When I share my story with others, I see a glimmer in people's eyes. If they are landowners and entrepreneurs in spirit, I see vision and hope. They start to dream of how they could do the crazy things that the crazy Chris Jube with all his kids do too. That glimmer is probably what brought you into this class in the first place. I've met countless people with all sorts of stories of their opportunities. They've inherited land, they have large acreage already like I do, but they have a beautiful view, they have a vacation location that they'd like to go to. They have a little nest egg that they want to invest in something that will bring growth and pleasure like glamping does. And our conversation is bountifully optimistic. But then there's this second glimmer. Fear. Glamping is so new that it naturally brings about questions, and sometimes there's really few answers. Little voices of doubt get into our head that bring us back to reality. You think that maybe your enthusiasm is a bit overrated. Friend, listen to me carefully. Glamping is the coolest and most exciting asset class in real estate today. It's sexy, it's fun, it's exotic. If I can pop a tent up in my backyard and make a living, so can anyone. There are so few boundaries in the glamping world, with few standards of how to start or to continue or to sell or anything. Anything is possible in the world of glamping. And that scares the crap out of some people. If it didn't, we'd all have tents in our backyards. And the housing crisis in America would be solved, come to think of it. So as my story is unfolding, so is the story of glamping. And yours could be just starting. Wherever you are in your glamping journey, I hope my story resonated with you. But we can't move forward without addressing the elephant in the room, and that's fear. I believe there are 3 basic fears inherently in the heart of every glamper. And before we dig into the opportunities that are involved with glamping, we need to address those fears, call them out, identify them, and crush them. Fear number 1, the government. The American Glamping Association's Glamping Show USA is noted for kicking off their program with lectures on government compliance. I've attended every year since I've started, and those opening sessions would really scare me. Good golly, I would think I'm breaking the law. And I hid my guilt at the beginning, as I suspected other glamping hosts would turn me in or something, or government agents were looking out for me to undo my web of deceit. 2 years ago, I was a featured speaker, and I shared the same Yellow Jacket story that I shared with you earlier. You know what? Dozens and dozens of people came up to me, and either 1, shared similar stories that they had, getting busted for being out of code and out of compliance, and 2, they shared confessions like guilt and a desire to become compliant. I kind of looked around and said, I think most of the people here are illegal. I shared that with my audience, and they busted out laughing. And they all kind of like, yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. Now, non-compliance should concern you, as it should every glamping host. But you should not fear the government's attempt to try to bring you into compliance. Compliance officers typically deal with genuine offenders of public health and safety. But they might actually find your glamping operation sort of cool like mine did. Yellow Jackets are friends, not foes. You know, perhaps you have a Yellow Jacket with an attitude, one that challenges your validity of your glamping operation and demands you to come into compliance. Here's a fear buster to shut this fear down. The government doesn't want to shut you down. In fact, I have yet to find someone who has officially been shut down. Many in the glamping world throw in the towel at their first challenge by a governing authority. And then they claim they were shut down. I mean, this is unfortunate, but the claim is not entirely accurate. Whenever somebody insists that they were shut down, I ask questions for details. To date, I have yet to hear a story that satisfies the claim, I've been shut down. Here are some examples of conversations from other glamping enthusiasts who insist that they've been shut down. I received a cease and desist letter. Okay, did you call the officer like I did and ask if an alternative could be arranged? The police officer told me that my neighbor could sue me if I continued. Actually, a police officer did tell me that. Well, what did you tell your lawyer? Oh, you didn't get one? Oh, okay. The health department told me I needed to upgrade my septic. They told me that too, and I upgraded my septic. Did you? No, it was too much money. Well, okay, you're not measuring the cost and benefit here. The zoning did not allow glamping. Well, did you get your special use permit? The zoning didn't allow for a special use. Well, did you apply for a variance? The zoning variance was denied. Well, did you call the guy's boss? The zoning boss and the entire department refused my request. Well, did you call your elected representative? I live in Manhattan. They dragged me to jail for setting up a hot dog stand. Well, you know what? There is a glamping operation in Manhattan. Why don't you have one? You see, there's always a path to yes. Anything is possible. Landowners, I have found, just give up too easily. All business deals with the conflict of man versus government, and it is a daily walk for a glamping host. So I'm taping this class for you. Tomorrow, I'm walking my property with a couple lawyers I'm hiring so that I can extend my special uses in my other properties. I'm anxious. I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm going to push forward as if it will. That has been my journey, and it has become extremely profitable. And when you think about it, all businesses go through this, and the ones who find that path to yes become extremely successful. I do know that it can be frustrating. Trust me. I have had sleepless nights. I have been disappointed in things that just don't go well. And it is somewhat sad that I have neighbors who are trying to take my rights away as a landowner. But you know what keeps me going? I remember those Mongolian sisters. I remember those kids having a ball on my zip line. You know what? It's almost a spiritual calling to provide beautiful outdoor accommodations for people. And the proof is in the long list of results. I have a long Rolodex of people who have enjoyed staying at Monument Glamping properties. I've had dedications, meditations, engagements, anniversaries, family reunions on my property. I count it all joy to suffer through an uncomfortable meeting with a yellow jacket to make sure I can continue to offer glamping for people who love it. Keep this in mind next time somebody tells you you can't glamp on your property, and ask questions to make the impossible possible. It is worth it. Fear number 2, financial resources. The glamping community appears to have really big pockets. Visiting big names like Under Canvas and Collective Retreats can be a bit intimidating. But not every glamping site needs to be over-the-top luxurious. There is nothing wrong with starting off small and frugal. Simplicity sometimes beats luxury. Start with the resources you have and grow from there. Remember my humble beginnings? I was a charter school teacher, and Wendy was a homeschool mom. Sure, I had a curriculum business on the side, but honestly, with the amount of kids I had, that kept me just slightly out of poverty. While our 6.5 acres along the mountain range of Colorado may sound impressive, we bought it before Colorado's population boom, and the house is not too impressive. In fact, I bet you, dear student, have more resources in your personal wealth than I started off with. My 2018 tax right before I started glamping was a meager $43,949. Try raising a large family on that income. My point is this: you can start somewhere with the resources you have before you. And if you're already doing something, take your next step within the resources you are blessed with now. Selling my curriculum business was a really good start, but I needed financing to fulfill my special use. I finance a strong home equity line of credit, or HELOC for short. I'll reveal more about financing later in this class. Fear number 3, unknowns. According to a report by Grand View Research, the global real estate market was valued at $4.26 trillion in 2020 and is expected to grow at a compound annual rate. A report from researchandmarkets.com estimates that the global hospitality market was worth $7.6 trillion in 2019 and is expected to reach $11.4 trillion by 2025. And another report from the same research firm said the global outdoor recreation market was valued at $381.45 billion in 2019 and is projected to reach $582 $1.31 billion by 2027. Now, of all three of these markets, real estate, hospitality, and outdoor recreation, the newest player to this game is glamping. And it's the sexiest. Now, being new is exciting, but it does bring anxiety. There are few established routines in this brave new world of glamping. There are so many unknowns that could be overwhelming. And there are unknown unknowns, things that we should worry about, but we don't even know what to worry about. And for many, this is scary. And I feel it too. But it's important to remember that the unknowns are full of possibilities. It's where new experiences, new opportunities, and new growth can be found. And if you analyze any great field of market growth, the money is to be made in the realm of the unknowns. So let me give you a few things to remember if you're feeling afraid of the unknowns. First, remember that you're not alone. I mean, here I am. There are brave souls venturing into the world of glamping. And we're a fun group of people. Jump into the Glamping Guy community and learn from one another. Secondly, focus on the possibilities, not the fears. I may be teaching this class, but I don't have everything figured out. A day doesn't go by where I don't learn something new. But I don't let the fear of the unknown ruin the possibilities before me every day, and neither should you. Thirdly, take one step at a time. No matter where you are in the glamping scene, it could be one simple tent in your backyard or a CEO of a glamping operation. This is great advice. Just focus on the next thing on your to-do list. Take one step at a time. And lastly, remember that you are stronger than you think. Glamping may be new, but it isn't rocket science. You can do this. So there's the government, there's financial resources, and there's the unknown. Those are the biggest obstacles in your way from participating in the glamping market. I hope my personal story is encouragement to you. All the fears can be put to rest when you realize the opportunities that are in front of you. And that we are going to get into in our next class.